When was the last time you could just take the day as a king?
So I woke up this morning thinking about something that I thought I would share with you, and hopefully that you find and relate to this as well. Something that I have myself personally forgotten over the many years that you go through life and you work and you have your career and your family and all these things that you are obligated for as an adult. So one thing is that um, I haven't slept in a long time. My wife always says, "How do you get so little sleep and still function?" Well, I tell her it's because I have so many things I have to do that I need to be able to make the most of my time. But lately, since I've been laid off and not working, that sense of urgency around the things I need to do is a little bit less. And so Saturday mornings, historically, when I was working, I would get up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I would go and work on the rental property because we need to get that thing finished and so we can start renting it out. And Saturdays was one day I could actually do that. And I would do that early because that would mean I get back around noon, and and my wife would be getting up about that time. We would eat lunch together and things like that. So, but this Saturday, I got up at 7:30 and I laid in bed, went back to bed, eventually got up at 8:30. And I was laying there thinking around, when was the last time I could actually do that? It's been a while where I slept in. Now, sometimes I would do that because I was just tired. I couldn't get up at the right time. And so I would sleep in because I simply couldn't get up. But this time around, it's not the fact that I couldn't get up. It's like I, I didn't really have anywhere to be or anything pressing. The sense of urgency for the things I need to do is not the same. And so I was laying there thinking, when was the last time I could do that? When was the last time I could just take the day as it comes? And I asked you to kind of look at your own life and think about that aspect of it. When was the last time you could actually just take the day as it comes? And I think for me, I think I have fond memories of I'll call it my teenage years, where I didn't have a lot of money, right? But I worked a part-time job or whatever, had enough money to spend and entertain myself, but I wasn't obligated all the time and committed all the time, 40 hours a week, that type of thing. And so, I remember just like being able to sleep in late and then getting up and just taking the day as it comes. It may be just casually hanging around the house for a little bit and then hopping in the car and driving to your friend's house and see if they're there. If they're not there, you drive to your other friend's house, and you do these type of things ad hoc. You didn't have a plan for the day. You would just go and say, "Hey, what are you doing today?" "Oh, we don't know. Let's go over here and hang out and whatever." And, those to me are enjoyable moments of life that there wasn't a sense of pressure or responsibility that you have. And so I know I've been talking about this job interview that I had, and I'm concerned about, saying the wrong things, and maybe I should go back to work and all these things. But when I thought about that aspect of my childhood, growing up and not having that time pressure all the time and just taking the day as it comes, that sounds really, really appealing to me right now. It sounds like something that I would enjoy, not necessarily having to spend a lot of money, right? Just take the day as it comes. Work on whatever you want to work on. Do whatever you want to do that day. If you don't want to do anything, just sit around and watch TV, that's fine. And my concern around my finances has been, will I be able to do all the things that I want to do when I retire? if you're thinking about retirement and why you should do it, think about that aspect of life when you were younger and you could do that. And at some point that completely went away. I think I rediscovered it this time around, and maybe it's a good thing. I still don't know about the job. My gut feeling is that I would probably take the job, but now I have a more realistic expectation of what I should be focused on while I'm working the remaining, I would say, 2 years. I know there's a lot of people that posted comments say time is more important now than money. I think it's definitely true. There's a truth to that I can't argue. But the other side of us, responsible side, would say, well, you need to make sure you have enough money to survive through to the end of life. And that's conflicting, right? And that causes a bit of stress. When you have conflict, you have stress. So, but I guess the word of caution is that if you have a number, make sure you do the detailed math behind it. If you're one of those type of person that needs the detail, because I guarantee you, when you hit your number, if you haven't done the detailed math and the plan, you will struggle. I believe with commitment to the retirement. My approach now, I think, is I'm going to let the job follow its natural course. If they offer me the job and what I'm asking for, then I'll take it. There's an aspect of me that says I should be working on my next season of life and not the previous season of life. And my next season of life, I envision being different, and I need to let go of the previous season of life. And I think that's where I'm struggling a little bit right now, is to let go of the previous season. So I told myself I would only do this one job interview. I told myself I had a number in terms of salary and timeline commitment. I conveyed my timeline commitment. And if they accept that, then that's done. The best thing for me right now is just to let that situation play out. And if it works out that they meet everything I want, then I'll take the job. If they don't, then I'll retire and then let that season of life pass.